Ladies, listen carefully. Life doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. When someone hurts you, it's easy to feel broken, betrayed, or powerless. But remember this: your strength is louder than anyone's cruelty. The key isn't revenge, it's transformation. Rise above the pain and watch the universe bend in your favor. Walk with confidence, sparkle with purpose, and embrace the unstoppable force that is you. Every moment you invest in healing, thriving, and living unapologetically is a moment of silent power, power that others can't ignore. So channel your energy, reclaim your worth, and live in such a way that regret is inevitable, not because of what you do to anyone else, but because of what you've become. Your life is your stage. Own it, shine, and let the world watch the masterpiece you create from your pain. Owning your power begins with recognizing that every ounce of strength, every drop of courage, and every spark of potential resides within you. It's not dependent on anyone else's approval, validation, or presence. True power comes from understanding that your worth is innate and unshakable, that no circumstance or action from someone else can diminish it unless you allow it. It's about standing tall even when the world tries to bend you, about walking into every room with the confidence that you belong there, unapologetically and without hesitation. Owning your power also means taking responsibility for your emotions, your reactions, and your choices. It's realizing that while you cannot control the actions of others, you can control how you respond, how you move forward, and how you preserve your peace. Every decision you make from a place of awareness, every boundary you set, and every time you speak your truth is an act of reclaiming your authority. It is about knowing your value and refusing to let anyone's words, actions, or judgments undermine it. It is about embracing your uniqueness, your talents, your ambitions, and the fire that burns within you, and letting that energy guide you. When you own your power, you stop seeking permission, you stop waiting for validation, and you begin to navigate life from a place of confidence, clarity, and unapologetic self-assurance. Focusing on self-growth means turning your attention inward, understanding that the most powerful changes start within you. It's about investing in your mind, your heart, and your spirit, and recognizing that personal evolution is far more impactful than trying to control or influence anyone else. Growth is not a destination. It's a continuous journey, a process of discovering new strengths, uncovering hidden talents, and refining the version of yourself that the world sees every day. It's about challenging yourself, stepping out of comfort zones, and embracing opportunities that expand your capabilities. Every book you read, every skill you learn, and every experience you engage with shapes the person you're becoming. Self-growth is also about reflection. Looking honestly at your habits, your decisions, and your thought patterns, and choosing to cultivate what serves you while releasing what no longer aligns with your purpose. When you focus on self-growth, you shift your energy from dwelling on pain or resentment to creating possibilities and opening doors for yourself. It's about building resilience, sharpening your intuition, and strengthening your confidence in ways that cannot be shaken by external forces. Every step you take toward becoming your best self, every moment you dedicate to learning, evolving, and embracing your potential is a declaration that your life is your own masterpiece, shaped by your hands, your vision, and your unwavering commitment to excellence. Rising above pain is about reclaiming control when life feels like it's slipping through your fingers. It's understanding that hurt is inevitable, but letting it define you is optional. Pain can sting, it can linger, and it can make you question your worth, but it also carries within it the seed of transformation, the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. To rise above pain is to refuse to be imprisoned by past wounds and to choose instead to use them as fuel for growth and empowerment. It's about acknowledging the emotions, the anger, the sadness, the frustration, without letting them dictate your actions. Every tear shed, every moment of doubt, every ache of the heart becomes a teacher when approached with intention. Rising above pain requires courage, the courage to confront your feelings honestly, to process them fully, and to turn them into lessons that guide your next steps. This process also involves detachment, not from life or love, but from the idea that anyone's actions or words can diminish your value. It's about stepping into your own power, standing tall even when it feels like the world is heavy on your shoulders, and holding your head high when everything inside urges you to sink. Pain becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, a spark that ignites your drive rather than a chain that holds you back. Every time you move forward despite discomfort, every time you take one more step when giving up seems easier, you are not just surviving, you are transforming, embodying a strength that is magnetic, undeniable, and wholly your own. To radiate confidence is to carry yourself with a presence that cannot be ignored, a force that speaks before words even leave your lips. Confidence is not arrogance, it's a deep, unwavering belief in your own value, in your abilities, and in the unique light you bring to the world. D. It's about walking into every room as if you already belong there, commanding attention not through demand but through the quiet strength of self-assurance. Radiating confidence comes from knowing yourself intimately, your strengths, your flaws, your potential, and your limits, and embracing them all without hesitation. It's about letting go of the need for validation from others and understanding that the approval that truly matters comes from within. When you believe in yourself, every gesture, every word, every smile becomes an expression of power, a declaration that you will not be diminished or overlooked. Confidence is also about action. It's about taking risks, stepping into challenges, and pursuing ambitions with the knowledge that even failure is temporary and part of growth. It's about speaking your truth, setting boundaries, and showing up fully in every aspect of your life. When you radiate confidence, it affects the way others perceive you. Your energy becomes magnetic, your presence undeniable, and your potential uncontainable. It's a force that transforms interactions, opens doors, and influences outcomes, all because you understand that self-belief is the most compelling form of power a person can possess. Investing in yourself is the most powerful decision you can make, because it signals to the world, and more importantly to yourself, that your growth, happiness, and well-being are non-negotiable. It's about recognizing that your time, energy, and resources are precious and choosing to dedicate them to your own development rather than allowing them to be consumed by negativity, doubt, or the expectations of others. Investing in yourself means prioritizing your mind, your body, and your spirit with the same commitment that others invest in fleeting distractions or superficial pursuits. This investment comes in many forms. It can be learning new skills, expanding your knowledge, or exploring passions that light a fire within you. It can be nurturing your health through mindful habits, exercise, and nutrition, ensuring that your body is strong, vibrant, and ready for the challenges ahead. It also means cultivating emotional intelligence, understanding your emotions, managing stress, and building resilience that allows you to face life's obstacles with grace and strength. Investing in yourself is also about surrounding yourself with people, environments, and experiences that uplift and inspire you, rather than drain your energy or diminish your self-worth. It's about setting boundaries that protect your time and energy and saying yes only to what serves your highest good. Every action you take to grow, heal, and elevate yourself multiplies your inner power, expands your confidence, and amplifies your ability to create the life you deserve. When you invest in yourself consistently, the returns are undeniable. Clarity, strength, and an unshakable presence that shapes not only your own life, but the world around you. Silent influence is the art of commanding attention, respect, and admiration without having to raise your voice or demand recognition. It is the quiet power that comes from living authentically, walking confidently in your truth, and allowing your actions, presence, and energy to speak louder than words ever could. This type of influence is magnetic because it is genuine. It doesn't rely on theatrics, manipulation, or the approval of others. It is rooted in integrity, self-belief, and the consistent demonstration of your value. To cultivate silent influence, you focus on becoming a force of substance rather than noise. Every choice you make, every goal you pursue, and every challenge you overcome becomes part of the narrative that others cannot help but notice. It is the way you carry yourself with poise in difficult moments, the calm certainty with which you make decisions, and the resilience you display in the face of adversity. People are drawn to strength that is understated yet undeniable, to confidence that is felt rather than boasted, and to a presence that commands attention simply by existing. Silent influence also comes from mastery over your own life, your emotions, your time, and your energy. When you invest in yourself, pursue your passions, and demonstrate excellence consistently, your impact becomes unavoidable. Others observe the transformation, the growth, and the unwavering determination, and they are inspired, impressed, and inevitably affected by it. It is influence without effort, impact without confrontation, and power without aggression. A demonstration that the most profound effects are often made quietly, subtly, and elegantly, leaving a lasting imprint that words alone could never achieve. Embracing independence is about stepping into your own power and realizing that your happiness, success, and fulfillment are yours to create, without relying on anyone else to define your worth. True independence begins with self-awareness, the understanding that you are complete on your own, that your dreams, your decisions, and your ambitions are valid without external approval. It's about cultivating the confidence to stand alone, to trust your instincts, and to make choices that align with your values and vision for your life. Independence is more than just being self-sufficient. It's about being fearless in your pursuit of personal freedom. It is having the courage to walk away from situations, people, or patterns that no longer serve you, and the wisdom to invest your energy where it truly matters. It is about setting boundaries without guilt, prioritizing your goals without apology, and embracing the responsibility of steering your own life in the direction you choose. When you embrace independence, every action you take reflects ownership of your story. You make decisions boldly, without hesitation, because you understand that your power to shape your destiny resides in your hands. It's about thriving in your own company, finding joy in your passions, and discovering that the life you create for yourself can be richer, fuller, and more empowering than anything dictated by external influence. Independence also inspires admiration, not because it isolates, but because it demonstrates the strength, resilience, and self-respect that come from being unapologetically yourself. To shine unapologetically is to fully embrace who you are and allow your light to illuminate every space you enter, without fear, hesitation, or restraint. It is about rejecting the notion that your brilliance should be dimmed to make others comfortable or to fit within someone else's expectations. When you shine unapologetically, you embody the courage to be visible, the confidence to express your truth, and the freedom to celebrate your talents, personality, and achievements without reservation. Shining unapologetically requires self-acceptance at the deepest level. It means honoring your individuality, embracing your quirks and imperfections, and recognizing that your uniqueness is your greatest asset. It's about speaking, moving, and acting with authenticity, letting your presence resonate with honesty, power, and elegance. Every word you speak, every action you take, and every choice you make becomes an extension of your inner light, radiating energy that attracts positivity, admiration, and opportunities. It is also about resilience, the ability to maintain your shine even when faced with criticism, jealousy, or doubt from others. When you allow yourself to glow without apology, you inspire those around you, create a standard of self-respect, and establish a presence that cannot be ignored. Your brilliance becomes a statement of self-worth, a reflection of your determination, and a beacon that reminds everyone, including yourself, of the limitless power that comes from embracing your full potential. Turning setbacks into comebacks is about transforming challenges, disappointments, and failures into opportunities for growth, strength, and reinvention. Life will inevitably test your limits, shake your confidence, and throw obstacles in your path. But it is your response to these moments that defines your trajectory. Every setback carries a lesson, a hidden advantage, and a chance to rise stronger than before, if you choose to see it that way. This process begins with perspective. Shifting your focus from what went wrong to what can be learned, from the pain of loss to the power of resilience, and from feelings of doubt to unwavering determination. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the setup for your greatest achievements, the tension before the triumph, and the catalyst that forces you to dig deeper, push harder, and discover the untapped potential within you. Turning setbacks into comebacks also requires courage. The courage to face failure without shame, to embrace discomfort as part of growth, and to move forward even when the path seems uncertain. It is about refusing to be defined by mistakes, criticism, or past experiences, and instead using them as fuel to propel yourself toward new heights. Every challenge you overcome, every obstacle you navigate, and every barrier you break becomes proof of your resilience, a testament to your determination, and a signal to the world that you are unstoppable. Living a masterpiece life is about treating your existence as a canvas, knowing that every choice, action, and moment contributes to the art you create. It is the conscious decision to craft a life that reflects your deepest values, highest ambitions, and truest self, rather than drifting through the world by default or the expectations of others. A masterpiece life is bold, intentional, and unapologetically unique, demanding that you step fully into our power and embrace the fullness of your potential. It involves pursuing your passions relentlessly, investing time and energy into what inspires and elevates you, and refusing to settle for mediocrity or anything less than what ignites your soul. It is about cultivating experiences, relationships, and achievements that resonate with authenticity and meaning, while continuously challenging yourself to grow, evolve, and expand beyond your comfort zones. Each decision, whether big or small, becomes a brushstroke that adds depth, color, and texture to the life you are designing. Living a masterpiece life also requires courage. The courage to embrace vulnerability, to take risks, to pursue dreams that seem impossible, and to face uncertainty with grace and determination. It is about recognizing that setbacks, failures, and challenges are not flaws in the canvas, but essential layers that create richness, character, and dimension. Every moment of resilience, self-discovery, and triumph contributes to the vibrancy of your masterpiece. A masterpiece life is visible not only in accomplishments, but in the energy, confidence, and joy you radiate, in the way you inspire others simply by living authentically, and in the legacy of empowerment, strength, and beauty that you cultivate through your presence. It is a life lived with purpose, intention, and brilliance, a life that transforms challenges into opportunities, moments into milestones, and existence into an art form that is undeniably yours.